Hey, everybody, and welcome to Where Mighty Things, the podcast dedicated to the Roosevelt's brand and the people who love them. Welcome back to our third episode, recorded on March 3rd of 2024. My name is Dustin, and I'm your host. Great to be back with everybody. We have a jam-packed show for you guys today. But before I get started, let me introduce my incredible co-host, John. John, welcome back. How was your week?
Oh, dude, my week was great, man. How was yours?
It was awesome. I mean,
Dude.
I was blown away by a lot of the stuff that we saw on the drops and the things we're going to get to talk about today. Some amazing shirts that I have to have in my closet, John.
I know. It's an expensive week.
Hey, John, before we jump into all of these amazing things, let's tell the people a little bit of what are you wearing today? I see you got another hoodie on.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's still cold in New York. I am rocking the Universal Monsters hoodie. I love this thing, by the way.
Oh, it's so nice.
I get a lot of compliments on this design. I get a lot of compliments, though, on people, especially older people who are just like more familiar with these movies. They're like, oh, wow, check that out. That's that guy. That's that guy. You know? People like these mashup shirts.
Yeah.
But I think more importantly, show me what you got on.
I think our very first episode, I mentioned that I was in search of the Sex Panther.
Mm-hmm.
And I am floored, John, to say that a very, very generous listener who will remain anonymous gifted this shirt to me in my size. They just happened to have an extra one in my size, and they basically got in touch with you and sent it over to me, and I am incredibly grateful. It's a testament to the things that we've said on this cast and even before. You know, you come for the shirt, stay for the people. What a nice and generous gift. And so to the person who is responsible for this, thank you very much. It looks and feels great. I love this shirt. I think this further inspires me to really be more involved, support the community, and to just do random acts of kindness, right? There's just not enough charity in the world right now. And by that, I mean grace, space, any way you want to take that. Just let's all be kinder to each other and help make this life a little bit better. There was a teaser in the Roosevelt's app for Adventure Time.
Yes, I did see that.
I am a huge Adventure Time fan.
That's on Cartoon Network, right?
Yes, that's on Cartoon Network. Great Pendleton Ward, who was the original creator of that cartoon. And man, it's one of these things that just like anime starts off with like, it can be a little bit weird or whiny or strange. And then all of a sudden it takes a turn and it like just locks you in. Are you super familiar with Adventure Time?
No, not at all. But it's something to think about. Have we seen other Cartoon Network shows on Roosevelt?
Yes. I mean, Nickelodeon, I guess, not
well,
Cartoon. Nickelodeon's covered.
Nickelodeon's its own channel. Cartoon Network is. Yeah. So this could open up a new world of licensing to us.
So we could get Boondocks.
I mean, we've gotten Rick and Morty, but that's Adult Swim, right? Is that?
That's right. Adult Swim is a specific subset of cartoons on Cartoon Network. So that is part of the Cartoon Network brand. It's kind of like After Dark or later, kind of a little more edgy shows. And so they make it clear that these are cartoons for adults, hence Adult Swim.
I wonder if this can open up more. Like, I'd love to see an Ed, Edd n Eddy collection. You remember Ed, Edd n Eddy?
Oh, yeah. Ed, Edd n Eddy. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Steven Universe could be an amazing collection that they could do. There are so many. It's very rich. It's a very fertile set of properties to mine from.
So this is dangerous for you.
There's almost no chance that I don't buy everything that they have immediately. I mean, I wouldn't say it's dangerous. I'm like, I don't care what it is. It's definitely going to be a crazy week. And I'm betting that they can't do it in one drop, that this actually will take them, and they'll probably spread it out over time, but they will have 2 Adventure Time drops spread out. Yeah. It's very, very rich.
You heard it here first, folks.
That's right. Spoilers without any facts or knowledge. Don't be surprised if there's a second round of Adventure Time drops because, man, there's just so much they can do.
That's awesome, man. I'm so happy for you then. Should I give it a shot? Is that something I should watch? Do you think I'd be interested in it?
I know nothing about it. Yeah. I mean, I do think it starts off a little goofy, like I said, but once it starts hitting that turn and you understand the characters and sort of the rules of the world, it really changes and becomes deep and emotionally connected. And it also has, in a lot of cases, it has songs. They'll do songs and things like that. Steven Universe heavy over indexes on that side. but there's plenty of really good songs.
So I have a lot to catch
Adventure
up
Times.
on. First Godzilla, now Adventure Time.
Yes, exactly. And don't forget Star Wars.
I'm gonna hear something about that.
Yeah.
After we said in the last episode that I never watched Godzilla, I had quite a few DMs of people asking me like, "What? Like, how have you never seen a Godzilla?" I'm like, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just never saw it. I don't have to tell you."
There's Godzilla cartoons. There's Godzilla. There's no Godzilla breakfast cereal though, so don't worry about that. You don't have to worry about finding that.
Well, there is Reptar cereal from Rugrats, which I kind of feel like is a parody.
I agree.
Godzilla.
Yeah, for sure.
And they did make like Reptar O's or something like that, and I think they made it real back in like the 90s for a little bit. Maybe we can.
I don't remember it. I love the Rugrats, but
if only there was a way that we could look
if
up.
Only, if only there was a tool that contained almost the sum total of all mankind's knowledge.
Oh, you can buy it right now. Oh, it's candy. They put it. It's in a Reptar cereal box.
I see. You know why? Because that lasts for 1,000 years. That's why.
Right. Exactly.
That old ribbon candy that your grandma used to put out.
Oh yeah.
And it would all stick together in one big clunk.
It's still good.
You could still use that like 20 years later. But it can double as a hammer, and then you can actually get some sugar calories from it.
But just like in the TV series, this candy will make your tongue green.
That's good. I love it.
Just like in the TV show, the cereal would make your tongue green.
Yeah. Ah, man, I miss those days. I miss those days of the Rugrats. We've got a lot to cover. We're going to talk a little bit about the cruise. We're going to talk about a lot of shirt reviews that came out. We had the Emerald City Comic-Con that happened is still happening this weekend, actually, as we're recording. It's just wrapping up. So there's a lot to talk about there with some exclusives and some of the things that we learned. And then, of course, we have a bunch of really great drops this week from the Roosevelts. Their spring summer line has been dropped. There was the END, Emo Never Dies tour that Yellowcard has. We'll talk about those. We'll get to all of that stuff. But let's jump back, John. And you had some really big news this week.
I did have some big news this week.
Yeah.
I teased it a little bit on the last podcast.
You did.
But we are doing the first ever Roosevelt's Insiders Cruise, baby. Woohoo! I'm going to be there. Dustin's going to be there. And a whole lot of you are going to be there, which is blowing my mind, because I think I mentioned it, but I said it to anybody who I was talking to about this before we made it public. I said, like, I am convinced I'm going to be on this ship alone. I'm like, this is just an idea that I had, and I want to do it. I'm like, and I hope people will join me. I'm like, but this is just so out there. I'm like, nobody's doing this. So I've been working with Jeremy Jenkins, who is a great insider, but he is also a top Royal Caribbean travel agent. So when I first posted this idea, he was the first person to like reach out to me. He's like, let's do this. He's like, I'm going to help you out with this. So for the past month, we have been discussing dates and ships and everything that we wanted to see do this. And the number one thing for both of us was accessibility. Accessibility in terms of a prime location and something that's affordable, because vacations are expensive, man. Vacations are expensive. Getting time off from work, not everyone has PTO, not everyone has the time, and so we planned it far in advance so that people can take off from work or make any kind of arrangements that they have to. And we found something that, at least in terms of comparison to other cruises, is a little bit cheaper. It's a little bit on the cheaper end, but on a great ship that has a ton to offer. So we are going on the Royal Caribbean Liberty of the Seas, baby. And I rode this ship before. I rode this ship a few years ago, and it really packs a punch. I mean, there's so much. You can go on the Royal Caribbean website and you can see everything that it has to offer, but there are plenty of restaurants, plenty of bars, plenty of pools, hot tubs, shows, game shows. There's so many events going on each and every day, and it's exciting. And like, Dustin, I'm so excited that you're coming. I'm so happy that you're. So what I was saying before is like, I really thought I was going to be there alone. I really thought like, I'm going to go on the ship alone. I'm just going to cancel the whole thing. And in the first 24 hours, a ton of you signed up. I couldn't believe it.
It's amazing.
Blew my mind. Everybody signed up. I was like, because I get the notifications every time somebody fills out the form, and my phone was like, but I'm like, oh my god! And a bunch of you have already booked it. A bunch of you have already booked, paid. You have your room numbers. But hey, look, if you are interested in joining us on the first ever Roosevelt's Insiders Cruise. You want to go on Facebook, look for the Roosevelt's Insiders Cruise 2025 Facebook page. And all there you will see the booking information. It is only $100 to book, $100 per person to book your room, to reserve your room. You have up until 75 days before the cruise. It's February 9th, 2025 to pay it off in full. So we've made it really simple. You fill out a quick questionnaire. The travel agent, Jeremy, he's going to reach out to you directly, show you a couple options with the different room types and whatnot. Some things a little bit cheaper, some things a little bit more expensive, but all in all, not too bad price-wise. I mean, you can confirm. I know you're going on it. Yeah, so like, and he'll help you get your room. Like I said, only $100 per person as a deposit to book your room, and you have all that time to pay it off. And I think it's a lot of time to pay off a 3-night cruise, and I'm just super excited, and I can't wait for all of you guys to be there. Are you looking forward to it, man?
I am absolutely looking forward to it. So just so that everybody has all the details, could you give us the dates again and sort of the lead times here?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so the dates are going to be April 25th, that's a Friday, April 25th, 2025, to April 28th, 2025, to Monday. So Friday to Monday, get a nice weekend, 2025. Going out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. It's a prime location right in Florida. It's literally, if you're flying in directly into Fort Lauderdale Airport, it is a 5-minute drive from the airport. So you can go right there. I do recommend showing up the day beforehand. A couple of reasons. Things always happen with airfare. If you're flying in, things could always happen with your airplane. Things get delayed. They get pushed back the next day. You don't want to take that chance. A lot of people are flying in on Thursday, getting a hotel somewhere close by, just to make sure, peace of mind, you're not going to miss it, because the boat will leave without you. You know what I mean? And then it's not waiting for you. There's no way you can call them up. I'm up. My flight got delayed. No, it's going. It's going. And we're partying. We're going to wave at you from the ship. I'm assuming everybody on board is getting the drink package. It's going to be a lot of drinking on the ship. It's going to be a great time, and I'm super excited. And I just can't believe that so many of you booked the cruise. So many of you actually booked it.
And it's not too late to sign up, right?
It is not too late to sign up. The earlier you book, the better it is for you for multiple reasons. I mean, you have more time to pay it off, and the cheaper your overall cruise fare is going to be. I'm so grateful that this many of you want to come together on a cruise ship and party and are willing to listen to my dumb idea. I think that's absolutely epic, and I just want you to know I appreciate it. I love it. I think we're going to have the best weekend of our freaking lives. Yeah,
I cannot wait.
It's going to be
amazing. You definitely dared mighty things with this crazy idea, and I'm glad that people are ready to party with you. John, we mentioned at the top of the show, Emerald City Comic Con is taking place while we're recording.
Yes,
the Roosevelt's dropped some amazing shirts, and we're going to go over those in the reviews. But let's talk a little bit about what we saw and learned. We found out that there was some active pin trading going on.
Yes, there was. We saw a lot of pins, and so it looks like a couple of people. It looks like probably Steve, his wife, and DTH, at least that we know, had lanyards with different pins on it, and we're doing pin trading there.
Nice.
And that's awesome. There was a lot of stuff that we haven't seen before, because there was a couple of things teased in the pin traders group. But just to talk about some of my favorites, I love the Roosevelt's flannels pin. I really want that hoodie. Have you seen that hoodie? It's like a white caramel one. I want that hoodie. I don't even remember that being released. I think that may have been just like a tester product inside booster packs. I don't know. It could be wrong, but I love that logo. We saw the Emerald City end of the line pin. Harry Carey. Yeah, which I think would be the first licensed pin.
Yeah, for sure.
That would be the first licensed pin that we've seen. And my personal favorite is the Looney Tunes logo.
Oh, yeah. That one's really good. There's some really great ones. Most of these pins are new designs that we haven't seen. Are these all... These are also not all stickers, right? Because I've seen a few of these, but I've never seen the Looney Tunes logo as a sticker.
No, never.
Some of these I've seen as stickers, though.
Some of them, yeah, but definitely not all of them. It sounds like my wallet's going to hurt, I was actually thinking it would be fun when the pins eventually do come out. I think it'd be fun if you and I bought, obviously we're going to buy a few, but if we save some to open up on the podcast, see what we
get. Yeah. Like
initial reactions. Like a lot of fun. Yeah, I think that would be I'd like to do that. I think that's fun. But
Yeah.
we saw another Teddy Roosevelt. We got the Bald Eagle. Some great options here. I'm really happy to start. I can't wait for this to come out because I'm definitely going to be ordering a whole bunch, and it's going to be a great add-on item.
I know now I'm starting to get a little FOMO, John, because I have 0 Roosevelt's pins, and I'm looking forward to being somewhere where I might be able to get some. I'm a little bummed I missed out on the Epcot pin trading that was going on at MegaCon, but it's fine.
But you are going to San Diego Comic-Con.
I will be at San Diego.
I think we might see some pin trading if pins aren't already for sale. In fact, I think San Diego is going to have some really cool pins. They do hold out, for the big cons, and so I think I know you got FOMO right now, but I think a lot of people are going to have FOMO looking at what you have.
That's true. FOMO. Well, if you've got any thoughts about the pins, let us know in the comments. Which ones are your favorites? Which ones are you hoping that they produce? I mean, there's a lot of shirt designs. Clearly now they will do standalones for shirts. There's certainly bigger and cool logos and things like that we've seen. But let us know in the comments. You can always drop us an email at wearablefandom@gmail.com and let us know what you think is the best pin. Which pin do you have? Which pin are you looking forward to? And what would be your favorite pin if you could just tell them what you wanted and have it produced like that? We also saw that the Roosevelts reinforced the same rule that they had about shirt pickups for the exclusives at ECCC. ECCCC. Yeah, at Emerald City, right?
Yeah.
And so that's basically 1 shirt per person, correct?
1 shirt per person. Yeah, that's for the exclusive. Yeah. I think the days of con pickups are, I want to say for the most part, dead. I think we're not really going to be seeing that anymore. So I think we're going to see the price, at least in BST, go up higher because people are going to have to start bringing their families and friends or people that are hiring somebody, just to stand in line with them.
Yeah.
To grab an extra shirt. And so because that's going to cost money. And so I think we're going to see the prices go up. It appears to me that they were letting people buy extras of the Batman shirt. I'm assuming they didn't sell too well. Not that I want to speak negatively on it. I think it looks pretty cool. I think it looks like a cool design, but maybe they over-ordered. I mean, who knows? But it seems like that was the only one that we were able to get extras on. And even then it was limited sizing. I've never bought a shirt just to buy extras and put it on eBay and just see what happens. Like, I've only picked up shirts for insiders. I would, get people who would message me, they'd Venmo me, and I would pick it up for them, and everybody would, get shirts. And I really enjoyed helping people doing that. I really, and I'm kind of sad that doesn't seem like it's going to be an option in the future.
It's a bit of a bummer, but at the same time, they want to be fair. And
oh no, I get it. And the brand has grown so much. So, I mean, there's just so many more people.
But it's really more about reacting to the people who are outside. And the reason why I think a rule like this does become important is because you don't want those people who are at the fringes to become disenchanted with the brand because they couldn't get this one thing, or they didn't feel like it was fair because many people were buying multiple shirts to sell somewhere else.
Nope, you're 100%. I showed up at the convention at 8 a.m. I almost didn't get one. It was only a few people after me where they ran out of my size, and I couldn't believe it. I was there 2 hours early, lined up, ready to go. And I was like, oh, wow. I'm like, that's, it just shows how much the brand has really grown. And yeah, but if that's the rule going forward, I mean, that is what it is. But I do think we'll see con pickups go up in price because of that.
For sure. Because essentially what you're probably doing is either coordinating another person to come or giving up your shirt, your copy of the shirt.
Exactly. Right? That's exactly what you're doing. Yeah. If you're going to the cons strictly for buying extra shirts and, putting them on eBay or BST or whatever, I would say don't, unless you're going and you're going to be happy just getting one for yourself. Maybe, I don't know if you want to go.
You could very easily show up and not get the one shirt that you wanted to buy, and now that your whole trip is ruined. So I think I do agree with you. The prices are going to go up for some of those exclusives, but you know what? Roosevelt's ain't a cheap game, anyways.
Oh no, Roosevelt's not a cheap. If you're buying $70 shirts on a regular basis, you can't feel too bad.
Well, John, let's shift gears here. Let's start taking a look at the shirts that have been released since the last time we did a podcast. Stay with the ECC stuff and take a look at the deliverables there. First shirt that you already mentioned was Pow Boom Zing.
Yes.
Which was the Batman shirt.
I kind of like the busier shirts. I like the busier patterns.
Do.
I mean, so this right here is a 4 for me. I like this. What do you think?
This shirt, I was not certain about it, but it's got this watercolor paint style. I love this shirt. I've only got one beef about this shirt. It's got a plain black button, which is proper for the theme of the overall layout.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I give this one a 4 too. All right, let's shift over to Any Methods Necessary. And this is a sketch style shirt.
Somebody brought up on Insiders. Do you think we're going to get colorways of this shirt, the Star Wars shirt?
I think so. If we think about the Drawn to Life sketch edition, I could see this as a color edition for sure. It would be a gorgeous shirt.
It really would be.
And we're looking at most of the bounty hunters that appear in that famous scene, which you have no reference of in The Empire Strikes Back. So you've got Boba Fett here. You've got Bosk. You've got a bunch of other characters kind of in the background. Really good shirt. What do you have for this on a rating?
For me, this is 3.5, 3.5.
3.5. Okay.
3.5, 3.5. I think it looks really cool. I wouldn't buy it myself because, as Dustin has mentioned, I never really watched the Star Wars thing. I can appreciate the design and the cool of it. I also think for white shirts, it's easier to get more dirty. So I think I'm kind of limited on how many white shirts I own, but I do really think it's a cool design.
Yeah, it looks really cool, but honestly, I will give it a 3 as well. I'll actually go lower than you. So even though I like it, I think the color edition of this would probably be a 4 or 5, depending on what they did. If we think about the Batman shirts that we saw last time, if they filled in those back panels, if these characters were all in color, I could see this really being a 5. But as it sits right now, by any means necessary, that's a 3 for me.
I think it's going to look really nice in color. I think if we see that, I think that's going to be pretty awesome.
All right, let's go with the chase rare here. Floral City, Seattle. What did you think of this one?
Well, first, I want to say I think it's very interesting. It's the first time we've seen Floral City as a Saturday shirt. Usually, Floral City is whatever the first day of the con is, the Thursday or the Friday shirt.
Right.
It's the introductory shirt. I think it's very interesting that they put Floral City as a Saturday shirt, and I want to know why you think that was.
I got a straightforward answer for you. They've been at the show before. They know the foot traffic. And so they essentially decided to pick what was the busiest day, which would have been a Saturday. And they thought this would probably be the most popular shirt. So you throw this one on Saturday when there's the most people there.
Do you think we're going to see Floral City as a Saturday shirt in the future? Do you think that's going to be a trend we see going on in the future?
I think it will depend. I think they're going to do all of the cities, maybe a few extras that we haven't seen yet, that they did for the first series of the Florals, which means probably no San Francisco shirt, which is super bummer because I would probably have to buy 5 copies of that just so I had a lifetime supply. I do think we will see it bounce around depending on the show and when the foot traffic is going to be strongest.
First of all, it's a beautiful shirt.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. This, my favorite of the bunch, I would say. This is a 5 for me. I think it's a great floral shirt. I love it. I think it's perfect for the cruise. And I think, that's got a really nice pattern. It's got a really nice color design to it. I love it. What did you think?
Well, I love the colors. I love the layout. So far, the only 5 in the new floral is the New Orleans floral, which is the black and gold, which is an outstanding shirt. That is a 5. One. So I love this shirt. I think it looks great. Giving it a 4. So let's move on. And, at the end of the last episode, John, we were trying to guess what the Drop Zone shirt was going to be. And we both gave our guesses. And it was very funny because you sent me a message and you're like, well, it looks like we were both wrong.
Which is to be expected. I mean,
yeah, of course.
If we got it right, I think that'd be kind of boring. I'm like,
I agree.
I think Roosevelt doesn't want you to be able to predict, what's going on. I think they want to surprise you.
Well, you've been correct in guessing in the past, so I just thought, maybe you would have it again. But that's the way it goes.
Look, that magic ball did not work this time.
Yeah.
But I do like it though. I do like the same pattern. I do kind of like the fact that it's kind of muted. It's a nice upscale shirt, in my opinion. I think this is more of a, it's not so loud, it's not so in your face, but I think it's a great design.
Yeah, so this shirt is a drop of the morning to ya, which is really cool. Again, I know that this probably isn't busy as you would generally like, but it's got a lot of really fun patterns.
It does. No, it really does. I like it a lot.
Yeah, these are all Celtic Celtic symbols that have different meanings. The color is really good. I feel like as a drop zone, this is a strong drop zone, but as just an overall Roosevelt shirt, if I saw this in another collection, I'd probably give this a 3.
I agree with you on that. I can sit there with it.
We got the drop zone wrong, but then they came out with the spring collection.
Yes.
Which, oh my gosh, John, there's so many good ones.
I love the spring collection.
And there's a lot of really great shirts in here. So, I will say one quick thing about the trend. I haven't heard your thoughts on this. And for people, we do our own thinking separately. We come together and we share it at the same time. So I don't know what John's thinking about these different shirts, but I can also get a vibe of when I think we're on the same page. I think we're on the same page. I'm starting to learn your taste and the kinds of shirts that you like. But in this particular case, I love that we're getting a stronger reaction to the unlicensed properties.
Yes.
So if you think we just gave out a bunch of 3s and 4s to these, some of these were licensed, but I have a feeling there's going to be a bunch of bangers in this. And I'm really happy for the company because they get to pocket all the money of these and
not
pay off to Disney, right?
Yeah. So I'm sure they pay a ton to Disney.
Yeah.
So I think it's really interesting that you just said that. So before we give our scores and whatnot, can you guess what is my favorite shirt from this collection?
Let me see.
And then I won't tell you until after we give the reviews and everything. But I do have one.
All right.
I do have one that's my favorite. And I'm curious to know if you can guess which one it is.
I will guess, and I'm going to say that your favorite, and I want you to guess my favorite here also.
Oh, that's interesting.
So I'm going to say that you are a fan of almost all of them, but your favorite is going to be Life's a Beak.
Okay. All right. I think your favorite is going to be, I think Island Time.
Island Time. Okay. All right. Great. Well, let's start off with our reviews by looking at the Toucan Tango.
I like the Toucan Tango. I don't like the Toucan. I think this shirt would look a lot better without the Toucan.
Interesting. Yeah.
I think the Toucan is, or at least if the Toucan was smaller, I think the Toucan is, and I know the Toucan bird in general is a big bird in real life. I mean, so I get why it's big. I would like the shirt design better if the Toucan wasn't there or just simply smaller. And so for that, it's a 3 for me.
I love the color choices here. They're pretty bold. They're great for the season as they identify for the spring. It's not a shirt that I would probably wear myself too often. So I would give it a 3 just on general design. Let's check out Island Time. I really do like this shirt quite a bit. In fact, I will say, and I can tell you now that it is not my favorite shirt of this bunch, but this shirt looks great. And the palette of colors here is nice. The backfield is really cool. I love the different highlights, the painting highlights on the different leaves. I'm giving this guy a 4.
I like it too. It's a little too floral for my taste. This is a 3.5 for me. I don't necessarily think I'll be picking this one up, but I do like the overall design.
Now, I should say that Island Time comes as a tux. So does that have any impact on your score?
I'm just seeing now that it comes to the tux, and I love the tuxes. I think the tuxes are absolutely great. I think that looks awesome as a tux. Once again, I don't think it's one that works for me personally, but I do love the overall design about it.
All right. Sounds good. Yeah. Now let's head over to Tropical Leaves.
I love this. I think Tropical Leaves that's a beautiful shirt to me.
Yeah, I love the blue and white. It's a really good one.
That's honestly, a 5 for me.
This is a 5. This is a 5. Wow. Okay.
But is it your favorite?
This was my favorite shirt.
This was your favorite. There you go.
Yes.
I can tell you it was also my favorite too.
Oh! How about Wildberry Cove?
See, that's not for me. I'm not really a green guy. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it.
All right.
That's a 2 for me.
I'm gonna tell you that the vibe that I get here, there's a very big SpongeBob bikini bottom vibe here. And I really like that. There's no SpongeBob, there's no Squidward, there's no Mr. Krabs. And I love these colors and the kind of blend of things. So I'm actually giving this one a 4.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
We got 20,000 Leaves Under the Sea. What do you think?
It's bold. Well, look, man, it's bold to make a shirt with seaweed.
Yes.
So I do like this shirt. Probably not going to be one that I'm going to wear, but
I don't think
would
I can
say
pull that off.
I would, yeah, I don't think I can pull this one off either. And so I'm giving this one a 3.
Yeah, a 2.5 for me.
Okay. Ooh.
2.5 shirts. Yeah.
2.5 shirts.
Life's a Beak. I love it. I love it. I know. And so this to me, like, you know, I know you picked, like, for me overall, Tropical Leaves was my favorite. That was the one I had in my head. Yeah, I mean, so I didn't want to change it, but I also love this one too. This is literally right under it. I love the flamingos. I think that I'm so upset. I missed the flamingo drop zone. I was at work, and they I mean, they didn't tell us exactly it was gonna be flamingos, but like the hints and everything went right towards it. And I missed it. I was at work and I got stuck on a call, and by the time I got off, you know, I was like, it was gone. You know what I mean? So I missed that. I'll forever miss that. I mean, and that sucks, but you know, it is what it is. But Life's a Beak, to me, that is a great design. I love it. I love the fact it's the tux. That is a straight 5 for me. I just put the little fire thing on it. I love that.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool characters in here. I love the fact that it's a tux as well. And on its own, I do love this shirt. I would give it a 4. With the tux, it bumps it over to the 5. So I'm saying for sure this design looks outstanding. Great stuff, man.
And also, how awesome is it that all these came in women's cuts?
All of them.
All of them came in ladies' cuts.
Okay. Now let's continue on and talk about Happy Gilmore.
Ooh, baby. There was a lot that came out for this.
Happy Gilmore, one of my favorite movies.
You know, it's funny. You know, when we're at meetups and whatnot, I definitely try to talk with all of HQ. I try to talk with HQ, pick their brain a little bit, and you know, and I'm also just interested to hear like their thoughts and their opinions and things and whatnot and things they want to see. Steve Gebhardt has told me on multiple occasions that Adam Sandler is the license that he wants the most out of anything. He's told me this on multiple occasions. Of course, things can always change in terms of what he wants and whatever. He wants Adam Sandler the person as a license.
I mean, look, there's so much Adam Sandler to go back to. I would love it.
That would be great. Oh my God, I agree completely.
So let's start off with, "You're gonna die, clown."
You're gonna die, clown. You're gonna die, clown.
But
this is a lot of fun. I like this. So I guess, are you a fan of the Happy Gilmore movie?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Are you like Adam
movie.
Sandler? What's your favorite Adam Sandler movie?
Oh my gosh, I mean, I love The Waterboy. I mean, Uncut Gems is amazing.
Uncut Gems is really good.
It's a different film. But yeah, probably would be Happy Gilmore because it combines golf and hockey and it's got a lot of great characters in it. So I'll stay with Happy Gilmore for now. So we'll talk about a couple of these designs at the same time because You're Gonna Die Clown comes as a Kunu. It also comes in a colorway, I guess we would call, as an all-day polo.
Yes, you're right.
So let's start with the Kunu. What do you think of the Kunu here?
I love it. I think I like that color better. I like that color better than the all day polo. But both are good. This is a nice, fun design. I would definitely buy this. And I mean, if you're going to like an amusement park or something, I think this is absolutely perfect. A lot of fun things. I give this one a 4.
I like the layout and the design. It's busy, but it's busy in an interesting way. So even though this is my favorite Adam Sandler movie, I got to give this one a 3, at least the Kunu, maybe a 4 to the polo because I like the dark blue backing.
You like the dark one better.
I like the dark one better. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Because it also has the green of the clown slide on the inside of the
look, I didn't even realize that. Look at that.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of difference. Even though the main design is pretty consistent, I like that one just a little bit better. So I give that one a 4 and give the Kunu a 3.
I would reverse those scores for myself.
Okay.
But I like it though. They're both are really good. 3.5 for the all day polo.
Okay.
Because the only thing I like the color on the Kunu better. I do like that background, that hue, I guess, if you want to be technical with it.
Let's talk about Play for Chubs.
Okay, Chubs is cool. This is a great golf shirt. In this case, I think I like the all day polo better than the Kunu. I think it fits better as a golf shirt compared to a Kunu. This is a good golf shirt. I would give this a 4.
Yeah, Play for Chubs, I would give this a 4 also across the board. I do like the contrast of the collar in the all day polo, but I do really love, again, this is kind of the subtle fandom. You've got Chubbs' hand, you've got the hockey stick, and you've got the gator head. Yeah. Great stuff. Just good stuff all around.
Happy Things,
which is an all day polo. I really kind of wish this came as a Kunu, to be honest.
I would rock this as a Kunu. I think But yeah, actually looking at the model, it looks pretty good as a golf shirt. I'm fine with this being a golf shirt. If you look at the picture with the model wearing it, I'm like, that actually looks nice on him. Like that. I kind of like, this is a little bit more busy. That's kind of like what I'd like. I'd give this a 4, you know? I kind of go for the stuff that has a little bit more. What do you think?
I would give this shirt a 5, in fact. And I will go even further to say, and I won't jump ahead, but I think every one of these icons on here is going to be a pin at some point, and we'll talk a little bit about why when we get a little further down.
That is a take.
Every single one of them, because some of the things we will talk about towards the end are already in there. They're actually show up in this design.
Yeah, you're right. Wow. Huh, yeah. I didn't think about that. That is an interesting take, but I think you could definitely be right.
All right, let's take a look at Cut Me Down in My Prime.
What do you think? I see.
It's a goofy shirt.
It's a goofy, yeah.
It's a one-eyed gator with a golf ball in its mouth. I mean, how can that not be cool?
You know, actually, now that I remember playing gator golf, my grandmother bought me gator golf. Do you remember gator golf?
Yeah, I kind of remember that.
So that's kind of what that brings me back to when I see this shirt. You know, this is a 3 for me.
Oh, I
don't think I could rock this one. I don't think I could pull it off.
Yeah, I think I could pull this off, and I give this one a 4. I think like
you can pull off anything.
Oh, well, thank you very much. It makes me think of the Loki stuff that came out last year. So I love the sequence. Like this is the symmetry is just really powerful for me. So I'm enjoying it.
But I also think for me, like to have just like the same image just kind of like repeated oftentimes for me, I think is like when I go to Roosevelt, like I want stuff all over and different. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to feel like the same. And that's kind of just what I gravitate towards.
Yeah, it's totally fair. But there are times when it's busy and in a way that's not good. You know, you just got to mix it up a little bit sometimes. Any strong opinions about the Happy Land mini golf crew neck tee? I mean, we don't usually cover t-shirts on this cast, but
I'm fine with it. Actually, I think the t-shirts are very comfortable. You had mentioned that you had some San Diego tees, but I don't think you tried them on. Have you gotten a chance to try them on yet?
No, I haven't. They're still in the packaging.
Wow. I would try out the tees if I were you. I think the tees are very soft and very comfortable. So I haven't bought one. I'm assuming that these are the same tees that they were giving out at the later part, because they did change manufacturers when they were doing the con
I
tees.
see. Yeah.
So the first round of con tees that they were doing, that you saw the original Orlando one, and you saw, I say the original Orlando, Pennsylvania, Denver, all those ones. Those were all 100% cotton. And I believe that when they went to San Diego and New York were, it's a blend, I believe, of rayon, cotton, and polyester. It's a tri-blend. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that's what we see here. If they are in fact the same shirts, these are really soft and really comfortable, and I highly recommend you buy them because they're some of the softest t-shirts that I've ever owned.
I'm going to have to check that out then.
I definitely think you should open up one of those San Diego shirts and try them on.
I just might. I'm about to go through my spring cleaning and get rid of some of my other t-shirts. So maybe I'll replace those with San Diego Comic-Con shirts. So what do you score the mini golf t-shirt?
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm down with this. I buy this. That's a 5 for me. I'm in. It's good, simple design. It's fun, soft, comfortable. I got no complaints. I'm in it.
Yeah. So interesting. I give this a 2. That's because the design that you're looking at on the website is actually the back of the shirt. If that was on the front, because the front is basically the clown face and the top left breast.
Yeah.
And then the mini golf on the back. I'd prefer it if that was actually on the front. I do like that design and that layout, but I kind of wish that was on the front of the shirt. So
no, that's fair. I think when you finally try on a t-shirt, I think you're gonna score these higher. I think you're gonna like it more. I think you're gonna realize how soft and how comfortable they are, and I think you're gonna be like, oh, these are really nice.
There are a few hats here. There's a Lafferty Daniel Tap Tap Taparoo and a Gilmore Happy snapback. Any big thoughts on any of these hats?
I particularly like the Taparoo hat. I think that one is kind of like but the Happy Gilmore one, that one looks nice too, but I feel like I would like it better if it was black, if it was the same color scheme as the Taparoo, but I do like the Happy Gilmore hat just in general. What do you think?
I think the Tap Tap Taparoo is the winner. That's a really great callback. It's also Boston Bruins colors, which Happy Gilmore is a big fan of the Bruins in the movie.
Right, of course.
So that kind of maps. If I was buying one of these hats, it would definitely be Taparoo. Okay, that'll wrap it up for Happy Gilmore. And then, of course, we had mentioned that Yellowcard had gone on a cruise. We talked about cruising. Well, Yellowcard was cruising too.
Yes. So I don't think we have proper names for these. We don't have the... because they are just so new. We don't really have the names for these
right.
Yellowcard. So we'll just do our best. But we had 3 shirts come out as a surprise. There was no announcement from Roosevelt's that these were coming out. There was no, oh hey, go book your cruise ticket. I'm like, they'll be exclusive, because I think a lot of insiders would have booked a cruise ticket just to get the shirt.
I agree with you 100%.
And these just happen. We only happen to see these just based upon insiders already being there.
That's exactly right.
I think maybe there was like 3 or 4 people on there. Those 3 or 4 people just didn't happen to be on that boat. When would we have figured out that Roosevelt's made a Yellowcard collection?
I know.
It makes you wonder how many other times this has happened, and maybe we just didn't know.
The conspiracy.
But I also think it's very interesting that instead of saying Roosevelt's on the pocket, it says Yellowcard.
It's a really good set of shirts. And so I think we'll refer to one of these as the floral, the black and white, and then the last one we'll call the busy colored one. Okay. Let's start off with the floral.
The floral. Great design. I mean, we've seen this design. This is essentially the Calgary floral. Nothing wrong with that, but they did add, if you zoom in, I'm sure you can see it better in person, there is the Yellowcard logo striped across the back of it. And it looks nice. It's look, I mean, I feel like we've kind of seen this floral before. No problems with it. I like the color scheme. I'm happy with it. This is a fine shirt. I give it 3.5.
Okay. Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, I like it a lot. And, even though it does have a lot of those original florals, in fact, I actually brought out the Calgary shirt.
Oh, you brought it out. You did it.
Yeah, I did. And one of the things that I noticed that's actually unique and different, right? These Birds of Paradise, the reds are really colored here, but in addition to that Yellowcard backing field, there's a lot of highlights on the Bird of Paradise that the new shirt has.
Look at that.
And if you look at the original photo, you can see they did go back and touch this up. So
they did. No, you're absolutely right. I can see that side by side like that. I can absolutely see that.
It's similar colors, but they definitely did some work here to separate this. I love that they actually put a longer string on the pocket logo for the Yellowcard.
Yeah.
Instead of Roosevelt's. I think that was great.
Definitely.
So, yeah. I mean, if you're a Yellowcard fan and you need to sort of have some down low fandom, this is a great shirt for that. So I would give this a solid 3.
So now we got the black and white shirt.
Yes.
And this is really cool to me. I like this one. I like this one a lot. This, to me, perfect for the cruise. I like that it's black. I think it's a great design. I'm going to give this one a 4.
Yeah. So Yellowcard comes from Jacksonville, Jayville. I'm betting that the designer of this shirt is the same designer who did the Mosh Isley shirt in Orlando, just looking at the icons and the style. Oh. So you've got oranges, you've got all the things that are great about Florida as a state: sharks, fishing, gators, islands, pirates, all kinds of cool stuff. This shirt is actually really cool. And I think this is a 4 for me. I mean, this is a really nice shirt. I would definitely wear this shirt.
It was actually brought up on Insiders that apparently Yellowcard has a tour coming out after this, and people were wondering if these shirts are going to go on tour. You'll have people buying tickets to go see Yellowcard to go buy this shirt.
100%. They're coming my way. Not till June, but I saw the dates today, so I'm going to be looking for that report of whether or not these shirts are on tour with them. And I like the band. I think there are other bands of that genre that I think I fit a little bit better with.
Sure.
Jimmy Eat World, Paramore, bands like that. I think I fit.
I have a picture with Haley Williams. I love
what?
Yeah.
Amazing. All right, let's jump on to the colorful shirt.
Yes. This is my favorite. And I also think it's interesting that I don't know how much you saw of this, but when the first person posted pictures of this, of the Yellowcard shirts, this shirt was not there. And then there was a second person who posted, and then this shirt was there. So I don't know how that happened. Someone posted that they think that somebody bought out most of these on the, but it's a theory. It's We don't know that for sure.
Interesting.
But it's a theory, but this one is my favorite. This is totally 5 out of 5 for me. Love all the different references. Love that mermaid is badass. The Loch Ness monster. You have, I mean, this is. I'd love to get my hands on this shirt. I'd get this one. This is. What do you think?
I think this shirt is great. I love, they're referencing Ocean Avenue, which is pretty much their biggest song.
Sure.
Only One, which is like their second biggest song. So it's cool to have these direct references. I love the subtle inclusion of the Yellowcard. There's a couple of Easter eggs in here when one of the alligators is sort of facing up. You can see the little YC for the band. I'm going to give this one a 4, and I'm going to give this a 4 because this is exactly the kind of shirt that needs a matched pocket. If the pocket was matched, this shirt would be a 5 for me. That's fair. Well, that's going to cover all of our shirt reviews for the most recent drops. We're looking forward to Adventure Time and whatever else may come our way. Hope everybody enjoyed those. What were your favorite shirts from this week worth of Roosevelt's? Let us know in the comments. We absolutely want to hear from you. Let us know how we can make these reviews better. And of course, we want to know which shirts landed with you. Which ones of these are you likely to buy, or did you already buy? Definitely reach out to us in the comments below. Boop. Or you can always drop us an email, wearablefandom@gmail.com, and we'd love to read your comments on air. All right, John, it's time for community shout-outs. Shout-outs. Here comes community shout-outs. I may just use the one from last time.
Community shout-outs. So just a couple of quick shout-outs that I want to make sure I give attention to. First one is going to be to my buddy Daniel Delaney. He is getting a special shout out from me because last week he sent me something that I think is so cool. Dustin, I'll send you a picture of it. He sent me this really beautiful framed piece. It's a Top Gun piece signed by Tom Cruise and Val Kilmer.
Wow.
And
amazing.
Blew me away. Absolutely blew me away. I am so grateful that he sent this to me. It's beautiful. I am so looking forward to finding a nice spot and hanging this up. Daniel, thank you so much, man. Like, it's just absolutely just amazing. Thank you. I just want you to know that I am truly grateful that I got that, and really grateful. Just really grateful that you sent that to me. I want to give a special shout out to you for that. I want to give out a special shout out to Jeremy Jenkins, my cruise partner, who has been working with me on a month, to set this thing up. And I'm sure I've been driving him crazy because, we've changed ships and we've changed dates so many times. Like, let's do this, let's do that, because I wanted this thing to be perfect. And then crazy thing, I forgot to mention this in the beginning. We posted, we agree on we agree on dates and the ship. He reserves the rooms because, we had to get group, for a group rate, we had to reserve a whole bunch of rooms.
Mm-hmm.
We posted, and then 5 minutes into it, Insider Danielle McGovern, and I'm so thankful that she posted this because we were so hyper focused on the con schedule to try and not be competing with any kind of cons and whatnot, so people could have availability to go. We didn't realize that we did the cruise right in the middle of Easter, which would have been a problem for many families. So really grateful that she let us know about that. We changed the dates and got new rooms for the following week. So really grateful for Jeremy for working with me. And then also want to give a special shout out to Ariane Styron. I'm sure I am messing that up. She is throwing her New Jersey meetup April 27th at Willie McBride's in Branchburg, New Jersey. I will definitely be there, and I highly encourage all of you to show up because it's going to be a great time. There's going to be a live band, and we're all going to have some fun.
I just want to shout out to the awesome community of folks who are keeping us going and giving us great feedback, helping us make the show better. Please continue to do that. It makes a big difference. We're listening to everything you guys say. We're doing this as an act of love and appreciation for all of the awesome people in the community. So your opinions matter. Help us make this better. Drop us a line.
We read every comment. We read
every comment.
Every comment, every message. We read everything.
100%. Send us a message, wearablefandom@gmail.com, or drop us a message in the Roosevelt's Insiders group on Facebook. We're around. You can also PM us on Facebook. We're pretty easy to find. So we'd love to hear more feedback from you guys. Thank you so much for all the support. It's really made all of the hard work to put these together worthwhile. It's been a super, super busy week. Let's get our shirts of the week. Do you have a shirt for the week that you want to draw attention to?
Yes, I do. The LA Comic-Con floral, which I unfortunately do not own. I'm a sucker for purple shirts. It's a beautiful shirt, and really got a chance to really look at all the shirts. When we were doing research, really got to take a chance to realize all the shirts that came out. And I came across that beautiful LA floral, and I was like, dang, like it kind of sucks that I don't own that one, because purple is like my favorite color. That and turquoise. But I love that design. I think that color scheme is perfect. I think that's a beautiful floral, and I need to get my hands on that. I need to get my hands on that beautiful floral. What about you, my friend?
All right, man. I'm going back a couple years, and I'm going to go deep thoughts with the Macho Man. I actually have that shirt, and today, on the day AEW is doing their big pay-per-view, today is Sting's last match.
Are you watching?
I will be watching. Yeah, it's already started, so while we're recording here. But
so we have to.
That's okay.
We got to work fast.
That's what. Yeah, we got to work fast. But I will definitely be watching, and thinking about the Macho Man, and deep thoughts for Macho Man. It's a really cool, chill shirt, and once people know who's on your shirt, it gets a lot of attention. So
definitely
deep thoughts with the Macho Man for me. All right. Well, that's going to do it. John, any final parting thoughts before we sign off?
Just so grateful for the listeners. We've gotten tremendous feedback, and a ton of people you are actually listening to this, and super grateful for everybody. And I'm having a blast, and I love doing this every week.
Awesome. Well, I echo those thoughts, and looking forward to the Adventure Time drop. I hope that's this next week. Usually those prime us up 1 week ahead of time. Tune in next time and listen to my wallet cry in real time. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much. And we're signing off. Until next time, remember, wear mighty things. So long, everyone.